Hello folks, my name's David Edgar, I'm the host of Heart and Hand, the Rangers podcast, and I'm joining you today to discuss Rangers' 1-0 victory over Kilmarnock at a festive Ibrox. I always enjoy the Boxing Day fixture, getting to spot who's got the new trainers on and who shouldn't have risked white trainers on a day like today. But the stadium itself was packed and we're treated to a pretty dominant display by Rangers. It's kind of hard to put into context. And Alfredo Morelos' goal was enough to get us the 3 points against a Killie side who worked very, very hard, defended very deep and quite well most of the match, but didn't really offer any threat at all going forward. And really it became a case of whether or not Rangers could get that decisive goal. And it came through Alfredo Morelos, maybe surprisingly left on the bench. I don't know. Maybe the gaffer just felt he would like to give Jermaine Defoe a run out. And Jermaine Defoe played well, incidentally. I thought, certainly at the start of the second half, was involved in most of Rangers' best stuff at that point. But Alfie came on, and he's a difference maker. Big players show up when you need them. This game reminded me a lot of the games during Walter's time, both times, really, where you've had a lot of big games, and perhaps the focus maybe drifts slightly ahead to Sunday, but you still need to go out and you need to get the result. And I thought Rangers did that well today. Ryan Jack and Glenn Kamara were fairly dominant in the middle of the park. I thought Joe Aribo was the best player on the park. He never really stopped. Very creative. He can frustrate certain fans because he's always trying stuff. And if it doesn't come off, obviously that's a bit irritating. But it's no surprise that he was at the heart of the goal when it came. It was a beauty. Ryan Jack on the edge of the box played a brilliant through ball, took it to defenders to Joe Aribo. Quick feet, he turns and sets up Alfie, and then one touch is steady, one under the goalkeeper for 1-0. Some shouts for offside. I didn't think so. I need to see it at the time. I thought it was spot on. And that was enough to get the Rangers the victory. I never thought that Killie were going to score. Some games you're kind of sitting there biting your fingernails going, oh God, one's not going to be enough, waiting on the sucker punch, but it didn't really seem like Kilmarnock were going to. It's obviously something they're going to try and get back from last season. They're certainly very well organised defensively. They seem to be lining up at times in a sort of 5-1-3-1, making it very difficult, trying to avoid any space for Rangers, and we did find it tough. In the second half, I think we realised we needed to shoot a bit more and forced a couple of good saves from the goalkeeper. Ryan Kent had one over the bar. In the first half, really, Rangers didn't have an awful lot to trouble the keeper with, but Glenn Kamara was very unlucky just before half time with a shot that came back off the bar. But overall, I thought it was a pretty good run out for the Gers today. We looked fit, we looked fresh, we got the 3 points. That was all that mattered. Alfie saved Christmas last year against St Johnstone. He did it again today. That would have put a right downer on the celebrations, but instead we were able to go on and get the 3 points, and now we turn to the trip to the Orcs at the weekend. I don't think this game's particularly make or break either way for either side, and I'm sure you'll be hearing a lot of stuff about a 5-point lead and whatnot. It's not 5, it's 2. No offence, we will win that game in hand, but it is, I suppose, an advantage to them, and if they win, they'll feel very confident, and quite rightly so, going into the rest of the season. If Rangers take anything from this, though, I think we can look at having got through November reasonably well. Obviously, the two disappointments are Aberdeen and the Cup final, and they're huge disappointments, particularly that Cup final, but that's done now. When you look at the way the rest of the month has gone, I think it's been pretty decent. There's been a good recovery since the Cup final, because that could have taken the edge off the season, and instead that Rangers have regrouped and went and got the victories that are standing us in fairly good stead. One more game to the winter break, and then this crazy situation, this crazy period of games is over. One thing to remember though, we spoke about Rangers this time last year not having had a great December. It wasn't December that cost us a title challenge. It was coming back from the break and coming back slowly. So hopefully Rangers will be a wee bit better this time when they do it. They seem to be learning from mistakes they made last season, and certainly I was very happy watching my team today get the victory. So thank you very much for joining me today this Boxing Day. I hope you had a wonderful Christmas. I hope the result today helped it, and I hope it continues at the weekend with 3 points as we go over to the dark side. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll talk to you again on Sunday. Until then, take care. Bye-bye.